kick it away is Sanders. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Here we go, here we go.
Tua going to throw. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try it now with Mostert. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 44 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got room. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
AD, he can't stop the run. Running those feet over me,
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to see. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here we go, here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Mixon trying to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
as the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 2nd and 9, Tua.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll It's another first down.
Once again, it's Mostert.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins have come back to make it a 2-point game. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Take it at the 15, a short kick. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Mixing up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here we go, here we go.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Burrow. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete.
He's got room at the 30.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 66 yards.
And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
I'm one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of...
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Man, 206 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
to Mixon on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Again, it's Mixon. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Big third down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And they'll get him down to about the 37, well short of the first. Only able to get a couple there. And it'll be fourth down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws every day. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
I'm already in the game. I got a minute left.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down.
Yeah,
And we'll go
good.
the other way with the
I gotta look
football.
now.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Yes, he might
The
be.
Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Tagovailoa. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself at this point in the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
A handoff to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's a give to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. He's going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining after this. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Here we go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines. On 3rd down, Mixon. Calling no gain there. And it leads to a 4th down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. And right now, just absolute anguish on that visiting sideline.
It came down to 1 kick, a chance to steal one on the road. But you could feel the pressure, couldn't you? And the pressure enveloped him on that one. Forced a miss kick.
And the crowd went wild. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments